its ambassador to Nigeria. NAFDAC raises alarm over increase in number of Nigerians engaged in drug abuse. On the foreign scene, Vietnam police announces dismantling of $1.2 billion money laundering ring and exports Nigeria to face England, Ireland in Under-19 Women's Cricket World Cup Super 6. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. The General Manager of the Lagos State Neighborhood Agency, LMSA, Falade Oyeko, has played host to the Ambassador of the United States to Nigeria, Richard Mills, at the agency's headquarters in Oshodi, stressing that the LMSA has been rebranded and is undergoing many structural changes for effective policing. Oyeko says in light of the state government's enormous investment in security and the agency, the LNSA can effectively operate as a state police in the next 2 years. He said the LNSA is the first to introduce the body-worn camera, introduced the body shield for the crowd control unit, and have created new units to develop its professional capacity. Oyeko also expressed his delight at the visit of the American in Nigeria and hoped that the visit would enhance the dream of creating the foremost community policing outfit in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. In his response, the ambassador of the United States to Nigeria, Richard Mills, who visited the agency alongside the acting consular general, Jocelyn Gorg, thanked the general manager and members of staff of LMSA for the warm welcome. The Lagos State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has announced 8.7 million naira as the new Hajj fare for intending pilgrims embarking on the 2025 Hajj exercise in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia through the state. The new fare was announced by the board secretary, Saeed Onipmidi, sequel to the announcement of the 2025 Hajj fare by the chairman CEO of National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, Abdullahi Usman. While urging every intending pilgrim to pay the Hajj fare on or before the deadline of 31st January 2025, Onipmidi emphasized that NACON arrived at a specific fare for the zones in the country after the approval of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Empathizing with the intending pilgrims on the harsh economic situation of the country, the board's scribe acknowledged that raising such a huge sum of money to embark on the holy pilgrimage is not an easy task. Onipmidi further assured the pilgrims of the huge benefits they intend to gain by embarking on the holy pilgrimage with the state. The Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, has announced proactive measures to enhance the capacity of its members and ensure engineering practices in the country meet global standards. COREN President Sadiq Abubakar made this known during a capacity building program and training for engineering regulation monitoring and enforcement and state technical committees teams in Abuja. Abubakar reaffirmed the Council's mandate to regulate the engineering profession to safeguard public welfare. He stressed that the collapse of critical infrastructure, including buildings, roads and bridges, is often linked to poor regulation and underutilization of engineers. The COREN president highlighted the need for effective synergy between the government and private sector to prevent infrastructure failures. Now to the rest of the stories. The Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, says about 14.3 million Nigerians are victims of drug abuse. Adeyeye stated this at the inaugural ceremony of the agency's youth program tagged Catch Them Young, held at the Government Secondary School, Rumokota, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The NAFDAC board said research findings show that 1 out of every 4 high-risk drug users has been arrested for drug-related offences. She said that the arrests included 73% for drug possession, 12% for theft, 5% for sex work, 4% for burglary, and 2% for shoplifting. Adeyeye noted the negative effects of drug abuse on families, society, and the nation's socio-economic development. She explained that the situation caused NAFDAC to initiate a comprehensive, coordinated and intensive program designed to reduce the prevalence of drug abuse among secondary school students. The Cross River State government has revealed that significant progress has been achieved on the 33-year-old Adiabo Iseko Road project abandoned during the military administration of late Sani Abacha. The State Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Ampo Edet, made this known during a guided tour of the project by the Think Cross River initiative. Edet said that the federal government had already constructed 3 bridges on the road, which was awarded in 1992 before its abandonment. He remarked that the progress of work has seen to the sand-filled swampy area of about 2.7 kilometers of the 10-kilometer road, noting that the road, when completed, will reduce travel time from Calabar to Akwa Ibom by about 30 kilometers because of the diversion. Now to foreign news. Vietnam police say they have arrested 5 people and smashed a money laundering ring that brought $1.2 billion of criminal cash into the country from abroad. According to authorities, between 2022 and 2024, members of the ring, which included bank employees, forged identification cards and bank seals to establish 187 businesses, opening more than 600 corporate bank accounts. The accounts were used to transfer and legalize money obtained through fraud or gambling abroad. The arrests, including one bank employee, were made in Da Nang, where police said it was the biggest money laundering case ever exposed in the central coastal city. Police have seized 122 fake seals and original copies of 40 business registration certificates. In October, Vietnamese property tycoon Trong My was jailed for life on money laundering charges, although she is appealing the verdict. The property developer had already been handed the death penalty for fraud totaling $27 billion in a separate case. Now sports. Nigeria's female under-19 cricket team, the junior female Yellow Greens, will face England and Ireland as the side progressed into the Super 6 stage of the 2025 International Cricket Council ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Malaysia. The junior female Yellow Greens ended the group campaign with a 41-run defeat against South Africa on Wednesday. But a holistic 2-runs win over New Zealand on Monday, as well as a share of points against Samoa, was more than enough to see the team through as the second-best team in Group C. Regardless of the result, the Nigerian team will continue to chase history as it will square up against England in the Super 6 stage on Saturday, January 25, and Ireland on Wednesday, January 29. The junior female Yellow Greens will need all the points and runs in the next round to consolidate their group stage efforts as they hope to reach the semi-finals. And that ends our news at noon. Just before we go, use the walkway where available to avoid accidents. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 78 persons and killed 12? Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 78 persons and placed 12 under the Talent Development Program, TDP, a student loan program aimed at training young persons in tech skills and placing them in employment? Can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, share the highlights of the major stories. The General Manager of the Lagos State Neighborhood Agency, LNSA, Fanade Oyeko, has played host to the Ambassador of the United States to Nigeria, Richard Mills, at the agency's headquarters in Oshodi, stressing that the LNSA had been rebranded and is undergoing many structural changes for effective policing. Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, has stated that about 14.3 million Nigerians are victims of drug abuse. Also told you that Vietnam police have arrested 5 people and smashed a money laundering ring that brought $1.2 billion of criminal cash into the country from abroad. And in sport, Nigeria's female under-19 cricket team, the junior female Yellow Greens, will face England and Ireland as the side progressed into the Super 6 stage of the 2025 International Cricket Council ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup in Malaysia. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Nafolashiri. I am Dele Agadumo. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.